Hey guys, so it's gonna get kind of crazy tonight. Like there's gonna be some running across the stage here. There's gonna be some really intense inflexes of my voice. There's gonna be some tears, there's gonna be some laughter, it's gonna be fun. But before I scare you away, I want to introduce our team. Who's here for the first time tonight? You guys, on behalf of the Best Foundation, I would like to be the first to welcome you tonight and thank you for taking the time out of your lives to be here with us. We know that some of you here have no idea what's going on tonight. And we're okay with that. We are creating the possibility tonight of being for you passion, unconditional acceptance, love, and action. But I want to recognize a few people. First and foremost, myself. I'm Richard, I am one of the co-founders of BEST. To my left, we have Jennifer Eardley. And we're going to hear from this wonderful woman tonight. And then to my right, we have my little big brother, Derek. And I could go off on Derek for a long, long time and what he's done to create this program for all of us. And he is actually the one who came to me. We have a father who's obese and who struggles with his weight. And he came to me saying, what are we going to do for other folks like my dad? And so he's really the kind of the spark plug behind this engine that has gotten going. Can we just give Derek a huge... Derek, take your seat. Oh, you know what? We are going to see if we can get a hold of the other founders of the BEST Foundation. They're in Colorado filming right now. They literally, we're going to see. Do you have, Jen, do you have your phone? Yay! Yes. Can we not show them? Yes!
Hi, you guys!
Hey! What's up, guys?
We wish we could be there with you guys tonight. It's so weird not being in Arizona and being able to go to something so huge and awesome. I mean, I think it's amazing that so many people RSVP'd that we had to make this 2 nights.
Yeah. We're out here in Colorado right now, wrapping up the first 90 days of SIAP. It's just been amazing seeing these people, of course, in their first 90 days of transformation. But we actually wanted to jump on here and congratulate all of you who are taking that very first step in your transformation. This is like the most exciting time for us because all of a sudden it's just like all these different epiphanies. You have that shift in your paradigm and you start to see things from a different perspective, which is so exciting. So congratulations to all of you who are taking that very first step.
We know that Jen and Rich have an awesome night planned for you guys. And I don't know if you guys know this, but truly everything that they're about to share is stuff that we use on our people. They are like armed with some of the most incredible tools and resources, and they are here tonight to share all of this with you. And truly, I wish I were there just to partake and to hear how they deliver and what they see, because they are 2 of the most inspirational people that we know. And I mean, I really am so excited to hear what all of you guys get out of this. But we are trying to make it to as many classes as we can, and if we can't be there in person, we want to at least be here like this, so we can see you guys, and you guys can see us, and we can work together to create some incredible things.
But don't get too comfortable because we will drop in We'll sneak into class.
We're kind of...
Yeah, we're good at surprising people, rest assured. But you guys, you really are in great hands with Jen and Richard, and we've worked with them for years now. Going way back, gosh, I've done Richard for almost 10 years now. And nobody is more passionate about helping other people than those two. So you truly are in great, great hands.
Some of you might know this, but actually both of them are a huge part of all of our transformations. They are like incremental in Bruce's story, and I mean so many of the stories that you guys saw on television, Jen and Richard had such a huge role in it. So anyway, let them work their magic. Open up and just kind of be receptive to what they have to say tonight, and enjoy.
Yeah, have a wonderful time. And guys, stay dry. We're watching the Weather Channel. And
I want to say thank you so much to all of you guys out there that are donating money to make this possible. Truly, it is your guys' donations that allow us to spread our message to people that, I mean, to as many people as possible. We can obviously only work with 19 to 20 people every year with the show, but with your guys' donations and your help, we're able to work with so many more people. So thank you. You guys make so much possible.
Thank you guys. Have a great time tonight.
Okay, so we're going to actually start with our eyes closed. So will everybody please close your eyes? Why are you here? Why did you go through getting tickets? Going through all of the steps that you did to get here? What's really important to you? If there was any stress or anxiety getting here, I want you to put it in the past. If there's anything else that you need to put in your past right now so that you can be present, put it in your past. Okay, take your time and feel your toes under you. When you're ready, you can open your eyes.
You are here. Hi. Okay. So physically tonight, where are you? Here. You're here, right? Emotionally, where are you? Here. You sure?
Yeah, there. Somewhere else.
Okay. Okay, what do you guys want?
Good health,
Good health? What do you mean by that?
losing weight, and exercise, so I can be healthy.
Okay, so you want to lose weight and be able to exercise. Okay. Who else wants that? Just out of curiosity. Okay, cool. So we're on the same page. Thanks for bringing that up. I don't know if we would have hit on that today, so it wasn't for you. There's another hand over here. Yes.
My mom died of arterial sclerosis, and I have really high cholesterol.
So improve your cholesterol.
Yeah.
Therefore, or before that, improving exercise and diet
The
habits.
bottom line is, yeah.
How many of us in here, if you don't mind sharing, have lost a parent to poor health? Okay, so you're not alone. Thank you for sharing. Okay, what do you want?
I want to be happy.
I want to be happy. Okay.
Energy,
You want energy?
but more energy.
Okay. Yeah, don't let the fact that it's kind of written up there stop you from sharing. We just wanted to start this discussion. You want self-confidence. Anybody else want that? Okay. I saw a hand over here. Yes?
I want love.
You want love. Thank you for sharing. Okay, there's a couple hands on this. I'm going to switch over here. Yes? Less pain. Okay, Heather?
Make myself a priority.
Okay. Yes? Motivation. Make myself a priority of motivation. Yes? Yeah. Okay. Yes?
I want to eat.
Yes? Accountability. Okay.
Myself, making that will help me better in mind.
Okay. I like it. Thank you. Yes?
I want to stop being stuck and making excuses.
Okay, stop being stuck. Okay, and no more excuses. There was another hand right here. Yes, little sweet one right here. Nice and loud.
I want to be healthy every day, and I want to do exercise every day.
Yeah, baby. Okay, so here we have it. That's a lot of stuff. And we could keep going, right? We all are thinking of at least one more thing right now. So with that being said, let's figure out what you've tried so far to get what you want. This is just discussion time right now. We got to clear it out. So what have you tried? Or in other words, what hasn't worked? Okay, we've got to clear what has not worked, right? So here we go. What hasn't worked?
Diets.
Okay, diets. Okay, yes.
Over-exercising.
Over-exercising. Anybody ever fallen into that trap? I have, and I did exercise. Yes. Okay. No support. So you've tried to get support, but it hasn't worked. Okay. Anybody else tried that before? Reaching out for that support, but it's not coming back like you need it or want it? Okay. Did you have one? Okay. You've tried doing it by yourself, and that hasn't worked. Okay. I like that. Randy?
You know, I guess I want to clear the air. I just really hate skinny people that eat everything they want.
Randy, thank you for being authentic. Don't hide your feelings, Randy.
You know, is I compare myself to others, and it's like, you know, why can't I, you know, eat French fries and be like them? You know, it's just like.
Anybody else relate?
Yes.
Yes.
Self-pity.
Okay, self-pity doesn't work. It just doesn't, right? No matter how good it sounds in the moment. Oh, the victim feels so good. Just for like 5 minutes I was a victim this morning. It didn't feel awesome. Oh, yes.
Setting unattainable goals.
Oh, wow. Okay. We'll talk a lot about that.
Didn't hear that. We didn't hear
Setting unattainable goals. So unrealistic goals. Goals that aren't really thought out, they're just thrown out there, right? Okay. Yes.
Drugs.
Okay, drugs don't work. Okay? Not having a timeline doesn't work. Not getting specific with when we want what we want by, right? Okay? Yeah, no, timelines don't work. Or not having a timeline doesn't work. Yes? Shopping doesn't work? Retail therapy, I love it. I've done that. I know, I get it. Hey, real quick, I just have a question on the what I want section. Does anybody here want more money? Okay. Okay, we're two more is what have I tried?
Got a car on there.
Okay, what have you tried that hasn't worked? Oh, okay, like what's your name? Janelle. Okay, so like putting future Janelle into the picture. Like future Janelle, we'll get to that. Procrastination. Diet starts Monday for sure, right? Yeah. Like how many of you said diet starts after the best class? Okay, one more. Yes, Kristen.
Doing nothing.
Okay.
Doing nothing doesn't work.
Okay. Saying stuff, right? And doing nothing. It's talk. Walking the walk. I love it. Okay. So here we are. We know what we want. We know what we tried. It's not working. So why are we here?
To find another way.
To find another way, right? Believe it or not, we have that answer tonight. The new way. And you're going to have to trust us. Because it's going to sound different than what you've heard before. You guys okay with that? Okay. So here we go. We're getting down and dirty. We're digging the root out a little bit. So we know what we want. Well, first of all, we know we're here. We know what we want. We know what we've tried. What has stopped us from getting them? So we know what doesn't work. So what are our barriers? Yes?
Fear of failure.
Fear in general, right? What does fear stand for?
False evidence appearing real.
Yeah, false evidence appearing real. All right, so fear doesn't work, or fear is a barrier. So what's another brick wall for you besides fear? Injuries? Injuries are a barrier, yes? Social gatherings in the very back, Griff.
Not good enough?
Okay. Not being good enough is a barrier, okay?
Time and money.
Time and money, raise your hand. Okay. For the half of you that didn't raise your hand, you're lying. Okay, time and money. Yes, there's another one over here. Everybody's hand went down when time and money was there.
Poor planning.
Okay. Not feeling worthy of true happiness. Okay, there's another hand over here. Yes. Excuses or barriers? Yeah. Yes. Oh. Putting everybody else before yourself. Okay, yes.
I think a big barrier is just my opinion.
Okay.
It gets in the way.
Okay. So we might share something with you tonight, but your opinion might stop that from sinking in.
Right.
So you're stubborn.
You know, yeah. Not me, Richard.
You're not stubborn. Okay, I'm liking the answers. I'm going to do a few more. There's some good hands over here. Yes. Yes, I am.
Not fast enough results.
Okay. So the results aren't fast enough.
Just getting overwhelmed with everything, just putting it all on you, it's just too overwhelming.
Okay.
So it's not worth it.
Okay, it's just too overwhelming. All this diet stuff, exercise, all this stuff I'm reading about, it's just too much. Okay. Yes? Change is a barrier. Expound for just a second.
You're changing your regular routine, and it's initially kind of throwing you off what you're used to, your boundary, your comfort zone.
Yeah. That's not fun, right, to be stretched like that. There is no growth in your comfort zone. There's no comfort in your growth zone. Without a doubt. Okay, yes. Oh, wow. You guys watch the show? Who here watches Extreme Weight Loss? So we see that almost every, she said emotional abuse. So how many times have we seen that in someone trying to go through a transformation where it doesn't even come out until 6 months into their journey, right? And all of a sudden, here, this is how it happened. And we've got to cover it up. And the place where we feel safe is with food, right? It's guaranteed happiness. One more.
You're not worthy, all the old stuff from the past.
And Barbara, if I go and I push stop, what happens?
Now I've learned to reset and to change how I'm thinking. But that's new, yeah.
Yeah, that's just coming on right now, huh? Most of the time, though, we push stop and someone magically pushes play, right? Here's the old tape, stop, 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 play, and it just keeps going. The neuroassociative conditioning, it's like we got to retrain our brain, right? All right, you guys. So let's just say, here it all is. This is all out there now. So we are getting it all on the table, because if you came in here and we said, you guys, here's your diet, here's your exercise plan, let's rock and roll. Guess what? All this crap is still here, right? My goodness. We've got to get it out of the way. We've got to clear it. There's still more to clear. So let's just call what we want our nut. Like a little squirrel chasing the nut, right? So like, we chase the nut, and then what? Then what? We get squashed, we hit the wall, we chase the nut, then what? We hit the wall, and then we chase the nut even faster, then what? Okay. And then we start like running for the nut, right? Then what? Then what? Boom! Okay, that nut and that wall, it's there and it will never, ever, ever leave. Ever. Why? Why won't it leave?
You are who you are, and your past is part of you.
You don't look past. You don't look past your boundaries.
Sure.
Too many excuses.
You're afraid to see what's on the other side.
I don't know. Here's what I know, my heart rate's 150 beats a minute. And secondly, 90% of people who lose weight in this country gain it back within 1 year. So there it is, nut in the wall, right? Okay. So just out of curiosity, who here wants to break through that and stop chasing that nut? Calling off that. We're going to talk about that later. Okay. I want to show a quick video.
Who can relate to our friend Scrap? What are you chasing? It's all up there, right? So let's get a little more present to that. Right? How many of you are chasing a number on the scale? I want to know, and I want you to be honest. Keep your hand up for just a second. Okay. And now I want you to look around, and if you're in the front of the room, I want you to turn around and see what's behind you. Yeah, do you guys see each other? Yeah, and do we ever get it? 1 more pound! And then you get it? And then what? Oh, I got it! Okay. Now I can enjoy some food. Now I can eat my nuts. And then what happens? Chasing the nut again. Yeah, so let's get present to what is the price we're paying for chasing a nut. And I want to share with you a little bit about me and the nut that I chased. So since I can remember, the nut that I chased was a number on the scale. For me, it wasn't necessarily a specific number. It was always changing based on how small I was. Does anyone relate to that? Like you would say, oh, 5 more pounds, right? Then I'll feel good. 5 more pounds, okay, then I'll feel good. And then you gain 10 back. Okay, now I have to get back down to where I was before. So my thing was, I will be happy when I lose the weight. So guess what? I lost 65 pounds. But what surprised me was that what I thought it was going to give me, which was that I would be happy and that I would feel loved. Do you think I felt happy and loved when I hit that number? Oh my gosh. I didn't. And in fact, I actually felt more vulnerable and afraid and self-conscious than I'd ever felt. And I still felt like I was carrying around 65 pounds because I was so afraid that I was going to gain it back. Okay, so the price that I was paying for chasing a nut, like even at 65 pounds, I could lose a little more, right? Like trim up a little here. I had no self-confidence. So when I would go to speak in a group, I was overcome with fear. It's like you can't believe. My heart's pounding. Terrified to speak up. Even when I would go to family events, like we talked about social gatherings, those have been my nightmare. Because I had beat myself up until I had no confidence left. So being around people felt horrible. Yeah, I'm seeing some nodding. So I hope some of you can see yourself in my story. And it wasn't until I started looking at what I really want and how do I really get what I want, and started finding a coach. I found a coach who could help me with that I was set free of all of those barriers that I kept hitting, right? Lack of self-confidence, fear of failure, fear of speaking up, fear of not being lovable, fear of looking fat. Anyone else? Yes.
I think it takes the joy out of the things that you do. You go to the beach with your kids, and instead of enjoying that time, you're worried about how awful you look.
Goosebumps. I'm with you. It was totally taking away my ability to be with my kids and my husband and my friends and loved ones. Thank you so much. What else is it costing us? Yeah.
Along the same lines as her, I noticed that my own
beating myself up had carried on to my two daughters.
So she said that her daughters are picking up on it. How much guilt do we carry? Like one of the prices I'm hearing is guilt. Are you carrying some guilt about that? I call it the mommy guilt. Like if we have kids, we have mommy guilt about something. But yeah, like I really believe that children absorb more of what they see and what they observe more than what you tell them, right? So they see us getting on the scale and being uncomfortable in our bodies. So of course they're gonna mimic that. What else is it costing us? I want to hear from this side over here. Your marriage. What else? Career advancement. Yeah, how's it holding you back from that?
I think it's still, honestly, an unconscious social stigma. And I think it does affect people in the workplace that they're not looked at as confident as their thinner counterparts. A lot of overweight people, I think, deal with those issues as well.
Oh my gosh, okay, if you related to what she just shared, raise your hand and hold it up, hold it up, hold it up. I want you to look around the room and see what you just did for all of us. Do you see that? Like you just spoke for all of us. Thank you so much for sharing that. Not yet. Yeah. Pictures. Oh my gosh, look at your beautiful face. There's no pictures of you. I know, sweetie, because guess what? Like I looked for some before pictures of me, and they're not there. Or I have a really big purse or a child in front of me. Like at all times. Or I'm like inching to the back of the group. And I am here, standing in front of you, committed to all of you living as the person that you really are. Because this, chasing a nut and hitting a wall, chasing a nut, hitting a wall, like Richard was doing, like that's what we're all doing. You're not being you, and you're not enjoying life. So here's the cost. I want you to try to remember a time when you were not chasing a nut. You may have to go back pretty far in the memory banks. I want you to spend some time with a 2-year-old. I have one. That is a free human being. She loves like crazy. She's not self-conscious. She dances and sings when she wants to. She plays. She's totally her. That's how we were meant to live. And that is what we are dedicating to creating tonight. So, we know where we're at, right? It's all this sticky mess, right? Ugh. And we know where we've been, which is this free human being. We've been free. So how did we get there? How did we get here to where you are in your seat right now? Well, I'll tell you. For me, it was deciding I needed to do something. Something wasn't right about me. I was chubby. Somebody teased me. So I made a promise to myself. I will not ever have someone tell me I'm chubby again. It hurt too bad. And so I decided to lose weight. And that I was going to do anything I could. I'm going to do all these things. And I'm little. We're like, I think I was like 13 when I started this for me. It was like 13. I didn't know what to do. And guess what? French fries come along and you're hanging out with your friends and some kind of ranch dip or something. And I broke my promise to myself, right? And at that point, my promise was probably more like, don't eat, don't eat, don't eat. So we make a promise, and I break it. Make a promise, and I break it. Yeah. And the more promises we make, the deeper in the hole we get. Right? So how do we get out of it? So our way out. That is why we created the Best Foundation. It's to give you all the steps that you need to get to what you really want. Because do you really want a number on the scale? Let's just clear this up. Are any of you in this room really dedicated to a number on the scale only? Is that really what you want? Raise your hand, because I'd like to have this conversation. Okay, what you really want is this. You want a mouser size. Every day. I love it. You want to be happy. You want to be loved. You want to give love. You want to contribute. And why do we have to wait for a number on the scale to live again, to be proud, to play, to be happy, to love, to contribute, to be a whole human being? Because I'm looking at you all, and you think you need to be fit. There is nothing to fix about you. Nothing.
Because we would be doing you a disservice, and you would be doing the same thing. Go back to my slide there, if we can pull that up. And chasing that, but just doing the promise still, right? Promise breaking, promise breaking, promise breaking. So the next step for you tonight is to get on that website, not tomorrow morning, not when you get into the office, tonight before you go to bed. And you sign up for the Best Achievement Program. And when you start, we'll start with the body. And we're going to set a body goal for you. It doesn't matter if you have 100 pounds to lose or 0 pounds to lose. Everybody can work toward their having a better body. So right now, I'm working on my body goal, which is flexibility. Okay, so I'm just giving you a little example. My body goal is to do the splits. So guess what? Every single night, I had my little trainer on YouTube. Okay, sweet little Asian dude. He would get down there and just bust out the splits. And I'm like, I can do that. And he would tell me, now, I've worked my whole life at this, and so just know that it's going to take some time to build up the splits. I'm like, shh. He's worked his whole life. I got this in the next 3 months. Because each goal, each block is about a 3-month process. I'm just like, whatever. This dude doesn't know that I'm like a rock star and I got this. And I got injured about 3 weeks into it. And I was getting good. But I pulled a hamstring. And it was really, really high up on my hamstring. And I kept trying to work through it. Every time I tried to get down to the splits and do my 30-minute routine, it would get worse and worse and worse. And so my goal through the splits, was that a realistic goal?
No. Yeah.
I had the greatest of intentions, right? Like the best intentions. For me, it wasn't realistic. What was realistic is to set my action goals. And this is what we help you determine. So what it should have been is 30 minutes of stretching every day. Okay, does that make sense, you guys?
Yes.
Do you get that?
Yes.
So besides the goal, on the coaching call, what else are you going to establish? Learn, meaning what? Read 3 books over the course of about 3 months. Is that doable? Okay. And a little review about each book, right? It could be just a paragraph. Yes. Yes, and we have a best body, emotion, support, transformation book list that you choose from. If you want to read a book that you've heard about that's not on the list, let us know. We've approved every one of them, I think except for one. It was way off the wall. And that's your book, okay, for that period. And then you write a review on that. And I don't read too much, but I listen to audios, right? Audios, you can get them from the library, so there's a really easy way to do this. And by the way, that's what I do when I work out. I listen to audio. And then on top of the 3 books, what's next? Serve. How long? How much? 10-hour project. Heidi, can I call you out for just a second? This is Heidi Miller. She's so beautiful. Okay. So Heidi was born with a birth condition. What's this called, Heidi?
Arthrogryposis.
Arthrogryposis. Yeah, and so there's not really much use in the hands because of that. Is that right?
Right.
She came to me in the first best class, and she let me know what was going on. We welcomed her, And right away within that class, you had how many women come to your house that next week?
6?
Okay.
I think it was 6.
6 women from the best class came, and they helped you prepare your meals, right?
Yep, did a whole week of meal prep, bagged it, cooked it, cut it, bagged it, tagged it.
And you haven't missed a Saturday since?
No.
Whoa. That is how you earn your 10 hours of service. It didn't say 10 hours of service, it said 10 hours of meaningful service. Was that meaningful for you, Heidi?
It was extremely meaningful.
The girls in here who helped her with that, was that meaningful to you?
Yes, it was.
Yes. Okay, there we go. That's what it's all about. Oh, and then finally reflect is 1 journal entry a week. The bottom line is schedule your coaching call, get involved in taking action today, and see what involving the E, emotion, and the S can do for you in achieving your transformation. Can I ask, by show of hands, how many of you are going to go enroll on a coaching call tonight? Okay, we're going to have a big list of people. We'll get you scheduled on a call, and then you're going to be assigned a team leader, and they're going to coach you throughout your class and throughout your BEST program. It's going to cancel out the whole issue of not having the right support, the right accountability, the love that you need along your journey. Now, how in the world can we start tonight? Like right now? Yeah, we're going to go set up our coaching call, right? So if we got to where we are right now through broken promises, how do you think we get back? Instead of being promise makers, we become what? Promise keepers. It's Chris Powell's famous line. I stole it from him just now, along with this entire presentation. We become promise keepers. So tonight, I think about 80% of you raised your hand that you're going to go on and schedule your call. Is that a promise?
Yes.
That is a promise. And if you keep that promise, it instills within you an ounce of integrity, self-confidence, a little bit of love. Only if you keep it. Because if you raise your hand and you don't go home and do that, then you're going right back down the same path. So it's this one promise. And I'm going to leave you guys tonight, spoon feed you 2 promises. You ready for this? Promise 1 is you're going to drink half your body weight in ounces of water per day. Every single day. Every day. You don't have to do it. You don't have to. Don't make the promise unless you're going to do it. Number 2 is you're going to exercise for 5 minutes every single day. No problem, right? Starting today. Okay, that's it. It starts with a promise. It's just that little small promise. And that begins the steps, the journeys back to what we really ultimately want. Do you guys get it? Yeah. Do you really, really get that? Raise your hand if you get that.
Sure, I don't think they get it. I don't think they get it. Like, I think some of these people are going to go home and try to start a whole diet. Or like commit to doing an hour of exercise every day for the next week. Like, I don't think they get what small promises can do.
So what if you did that? What if your promise was 5 minutes, but you did an hour? Is that okay? Sure. Bonus. 6 minutes is bonus. 4 minutes and 59, you lose. 5 minutes, you win. 5 minutes and 1 second, bonus. 1 hour, triple bonus, whatever you want to call it. I think they get it, Jen. What do you think?
Yeah, but what's the promise? 5 minutes, right?
Yep.
I think they're going to go out there and they're going to promise like 5 minutes and start an hour. And then the next day they'll say, okay, I can do an hour and make a new promise.
Are you guys offended by that? No. You're right with that?
I'm on to you guys.
Okay.
Are they going to go buy a diet book? And they're going to say, I'm going to do the whole diet tomorrow.
100%.
You know what? Can I share a story real quick? Derek, do we have that one slide in there that I wanted to light? There was a man one night walking home through the park, and he found another man under a street light looking for something. And he walked over to the man and he said, "Sir, can I help you find something?" He said, "Oh, yes. I dropped my keys and I've been looking all over and I can't find them." And he said, "Well, can I help you?" He said, "Sure, thank you. I've been looking for a while now." So he gets down on his hands and knees and they start looking for the keys. And after this man who offered to help had been searching for quite some time, he turned to the man who had lost his keys and said, "Where did you drop your keys?" And he pointed over to the dark. He said, "Well, if you dropped your keys in the dark, why are you looking here?" What do you think he said?
Can't see in the dark.
This is where the light is. And so here we have this perceived light. You guys are going to leave here tonight. You've got a little bit of presence now to what's going on. And we're going to leave, and there's going to be all this light out there, right? And so there's this perceived light, and we think the keys are there, right? We talked about this, the nut. It's not. And in a sense, best is the dark, where you dropped your keys. This is where the keys to transformation actually happen. Through this step. Jen thinks you guys don't get it. I think you're getting it. I think she thinks you're getting it. She's on to you because she's been there. If we realize, though, that all the other stuff that's going on in our head is just the past, right? That was one of the things that was mentioned for our barriers, is the past. And we have this story, this game that we're playing, that it can't be this simple. It can't just start with a couple little promises. I got to go crazy big time. Right? That's where the light is. That's where I look for my keys. So best is here for you. If you just trust, we'll catch you. Do this for 2 weeks until the next class and see how you feel. I think they get it, Jen.
You guys get it. So we're going to end with your eyes closed again. So just take a minute and reflect on the last hour, 2 hours. And remember your promise that you've made, your small power promise. That's the way out. You're not alone anymore. There's a whole room of people here. And we're here for you. And will you be here for each other? If you enjoyed tonight, I want you to just remember that you made tonight happen. You showing up here and doing what you had to do to get here. So keep your promise to yourself. And start living your life. Stop waiting for something to happen before you live your life. Don't waste another minute. Let's get out there and get into action. And you start with your power promise. And you start with registering into our program so that we can be here to support you. When you're ready, you guys can open your eyes.